We talked about you being a Dallas fan growing up. Now you're playing for Redskins, Washington football team. What are some memories that really stick out for you as a player going against Dallas?
Yeah, so a couple things. So like first game, right? My back leg was shaking so bad, nobody could see it, but my back leg was shaking. And then once you get that first hit, it's kind of over with. But the first time you step foot, for me at least, stepping foot out there, I was so nervous, nervous to death. Then I remember my first time, playing at RFK Stadium. I don't know if it was the first time, but I remember running and I'm getting ready to get the quarterback and I hear the crowd screaming. But I listened to him screaming.
Right.
And so I'm like, wow, that's screaming for me. And so I took my eyes off the prize and the quarterback juked me out. And I just heard they go, oh. And so it's like you hear all things, and that just kind of taught me, always keep your eyes focused on what you're doing.
Right.
And then playing against Dallas, I mean, it was more, I wanted my dad to be able to go to work and to say, my son did this against in Texas against the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted him to be, my boy did this against him. And so to me, that was like the biggest thing, hitting Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, you hit some of these guys, and these are guys that, in the league, they're guys that even though they're your enemy, you respect.
Exactly.
And so the Cowboys during that time, they were the team. But I know I had good games against them. And so
you definitely did.
That was kind of cool.
Was there any conversation with the Cowboys of you going back to Texas? I know a lot of people, when they want to retire, to go back to where it all started.
By the time, I retired from football or stopped playing football, my kids were a certain age, and we had neighbors, friends, our church, everything was here. And so this was the community that we stayed with. And, a lot of staying is about community and about friendships and relationships. Right. And then also in DC, this is a great area. I think, looking back, I've debated back and forth. If I had to do it over again, would I have stayed here or would I have left? I don't know, because leaving was for a different reason. Leaving would have been so that you could have found yourself in another way outside of being known as just a football player.
Right.
And that's what a lot of times guys do. They want to get away so that they're not just that person. They go back home or staying here. There are a lot of advantages here and staying here and doing that. So I don't know if I would have left if I had to do it all over again, but this is a great place. It's a great community. Like I said, my kids and our neighbors at the time, their kids were the same age. So they all grew up together. Some of the former players, they grew up with their kids, and it's the one thing that made Washington great was that a lot of the players were family units, right? And they would all hang out together. So we kind of came in on tail end, but we would hang out with the Darryl Green, Art Monk, Charles Mann, go on family vacations together, Money Coleman, all that stuff. So that was a cool part.